Hi, it's Rabbi Lewis wishing you an early Shabbat shalom. I was thinking recently about the summer that I spent when I was in rabbinical school as doing pastoral education, basically chaplaincy training in a hospital for a summer. And we were studying with a priest named Father Nicholas, who told our class of rabbinical students and seminarians of all different denominations that his goal was to treat us like the baby bird, and he was the mama bird, and eventually he was going to push us out of the nest to fly on our own, which was a great metaphor, but it's also a little scary to know that after all the training that we had, that then we would have to then perform without any additional support or the mentorship that we've grown so used to. But I think that Father Nicholas was much smarter than that. When he said that, he knew that the mother bird would never stop caring for the young and could always come in and, I won't say swoop in like a bird might do, but would still be there for us even after the program was over, as somebody who would do consultation with us, would mentor us, just to listen and always be present as our help. And that's a really, I think, important lesson. I give him a lot of credit for that imagery. And I think that we see a pattern in our Torah portions that also gives us this sort of idea. A few weeks ago, we studied Parshat Naso, in which Naso means to lift up. Moses had to lift up and count each person in order to take a census. Then you have Parshat Behaalotecha, in which it means to raise up the lampstands in the tabernacle. And the difference between Naso and Behaalotecha is Naso is to lift, and I think it implies that there's a very passive participant, and then the very active person is doing the lifting. Just like when a student is brand new, they have no idea what they don't know. A teacher takes most of the burden upon themselves to give them information. And then Behaalotecha is more like raising up, where there's push-pull, questions, answers, perhaps somebody needing to be redirected, and the teacher takes on the responsibility of guiding rather than lifting. So you go from pure lifting to guiding until the imagery in Behaalotecha is the lampstand, the menorah, and the tabernacle being raised and being able to stand on its own. And then you go into Parshat Shalach, which means to send out. Moses sends out 12 spies to go out and check out the land, and they have been raised, they have been taught, and now they are ready to go out on their own. And one of the lessons that we get from Parshat Shalach is that you really should never be on your own. One is you should never think that your teacher, your parent, your rabbi doesn't care anymore just because they've sent you out on your own, that they still have a vested interest in you. And also that the teacher has a responsibility incumbent upon them to never let their student feel like they're completely abandoned just because you've taught them and you now wash your hands of whatever they do. Just like Father Nicholas would always be there for us, we have to always be there for our children and for our students. And in the Torah portion, we have 10 of the 12 spies don't seem to get it. They come back, they say, we can't do it, we're all alone, we're not strong enough. But Joshua and Caleb say, no, we can. And why? Ultimately, they say it's because God is with us. God, our ultimate teacher, our mentor, is with us. And that's what makes us capable of doing it. Just because we've been raised to this point, we're never on our own. So again, we should always be able to put confidence in our parents, teachers, leaders, that they still care and that they're still there to be our support. And as teachers, leaders, rabbis, mentors, whatever, that we should always also let people know, just like God was with Joshua and Caleb, that we will be with them as well. Anyhow, great lessons that I remember from my time in rabbinical school from my dear teacher, Father Nicholas, and lessons from Joshua, Caleb, and Moses and God about raising us up, lifting us up till we're on our feet, and then sending us out into the world with true guidance. Hope to see y'all soon. Have a Shabbat Shalom.